And now, hey, there's the microphone. How much more complicated can it get? But I've learned my lesson more than once here to actually like look at the monitor after you start talking. So, as I was saying, hi, good morning, guten tag, ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, kiora, everything else. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Gonna do early morning streaming again here, probably for about an hour and a half, maybe a little longer, maybe a little bit less. Have all kind of a not fun adult responsibilities to take care of today, so we're gonna have fun while we can. Uh, Before the mortal dread and existential angst sets in. Good shit. So video games in the meantime. Still trying to just unlock everything. I don't foresee a scenario where, as much as I like Balatro, that I'm gonna be a dude who's gonna engage in like the completionist plus of like getting a gold sticker on every Joker. Like that sounds like a nightmare. At least with how the game currently is. If you could pick your Jokers, you could maybe convince me of that, but like how many endless games do I have to play to ensure that I get like, stuntman, and then now I got to clear the gold stake. And it's just great. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff for people to do. And even the completionist plus, maybe, I don't know, each deck to get a gold sticker, I could see that. But if we can at least get the completionist, I'll be fairly happy. And in order to do that, we need to get 5 more Jokers. We have 145 Jokers. And we do know that we are slightly missing, or I shouldn't say slightly missing. There's nothing it's early. There's nothing slight about it. We are missing 3 vouchers, 2 of which we've unlocked, we just haven't seen. Right, the upgraded paintbrush, the upgraded hieroglyph. We have to unlock the upgraded magic. What is that? Magic trick. And in order to do that, we have to buy 20 cards from the shop, which is harder than it sounds, right? Even at your best moment, you can see 4 cards in the shop. Yeah, it's. Or is it actually counting down from? I just realized, is that counting down from 20? Oh, that's not that difficult at all. I thought it was in a single run. Well, shit. We'll probably do that if we pay a little bit more attention to that. But that's only going to be half the battle, right? We still got to find the remaining Jokers. A couple of them we have unlocked, just haven't seen them yet. And a couple of them we know what we got to do to get them, right? 4-7 of clubs, name of the stream. 100 million in chips will be the last one to go. That is your stunt man. And then, of course, the last legendary Joker, I don't remember his name, but it's the white one. We've seen him. We've seen him. It just wasn't in an unseeded run, so it doesn't count. We saw him in a challenge, right? So doesn't count. I get it. I get it. I get it. And then like, I'm also like rolling my eyes at the number of times we've seen like York come up or Perkio come up. Not that they're bad. I do like them. I like the cards, but like, yeah, we can't really control that. So we'll see how that all works out. But at any rate, we'll just hop on in with a very limited guise of we're gonna try to buy 20 playing cards, play 4-7 of clubs, which apparently fell from my list at some point in time. But I know it's there. It's what we're setting out to do. So I did some rerolls earlier on just to get us something that's okay. Playing foil and foil is a bit of a waste, but we'll take the one foil, we'll play the other one, we'll see what's kicking around, right? In the shop, and maybe we can get lucky with our Jokers that we can buy. We've been doing nothing but skipping every time, right? So this might be an opportunity for us to peek inside and see if like we're not missing something. All right, so yeah, we're literally not. Overstock is a good idea if we're gonna be trying to buy these cards. Nothing here helps us get 4-7s. We're doing the Anaglyph deck as opposed to, let's say, like the Erratic deck, because I feel like that's even more rollings that I don't want to have to deal with, of rolling on top of re-rolling on top of re-rolling to get enough 7s in the deck, right? I'm thinking that we're just going to be looking for tarot cards. We're just going to try to get copies of Death, and then so looking for Crystal Ball to have like 3. If we can build that up, we actually might have a shot at it. I don't know. It is a challenge, but 3 Crystal Balls. We see the 7 of Clubs. Hey, guess what? Or 3 Crystal Balls. 3 copies of Death, and we're there. What could be simpler? Go up against the Manacle. We'll at least have the Manacle. We'll at least have a little bit of a chance here with the Joker. Most of the way to a straight, but we're not going to chase straights today or any day. All right. It's just asking for trouble. We go for flushes. And then whatever's left over will be fine. We're not going to be in a lot of trouble. I have like no game audio right now. There you go. I don't know why everything was muted on the mixer. Like, ask me anything. What's our soft suit? Spades are kind of weak, so we're better off drawing in the clubs and the diamonds. So we'll look for some clubs. We'll take the straight though. I mean, there's no reason not to. We only need 12. Save a hand. And let's look at what our free foil card is. How very exciting. Matador. We'll take it, but not awesome. Drown the Witch, thank you for following. Much obliged. Never fear, the witch is here. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you're having a good morning so far. Yep. So very chip heavy at the moment. So left-hand side of our equation is overloaded. We need to start getting the right-hand side of the equation. We need red malts. We got plenty of chips. We need malts. Early afternoon, had some nice lunch. Wow, that is an early afternoon, and that would be an early lunch. Do the mental math on us for GMT. I'm guessing somewhere around UK, Europe, right? Should be about 11 going for noon. Two common jokers. Actually, is not a bad idea right now to take whatever we get random, but the double tag would be a waste, so we're not going to bother with it. 1 p.m. for now. The Netherlands. The Dutch. I always like the Dutch. Everyone I've met from the Netherlands has been very nice. They've always assumed I had no idea where it was. That's my only real note, is I think I've met like 3 Dutch people, right, in person in my life. All have been very nice, but they went through extreme lengths to explain to me where the Netherlands is. Like, I'm like, yeah, I know where it is. I'm aware. But yeah, the Dutch. We're not German. We're Dutch. It's not descent. Like, thanks. Went to a baseball game, American baseball game, which I know in the Netherlands. You guys have a very similar version of baseball. It was a conference, an international conference, and people from all around the world, and they kind of set me aside with a group of people. I had a real young kid from Iceland, like he was like maybe 15 or 16, didn't speak English. A nice older guy from the Netherlands, two dudes from Japan, right, and then 2 ladies from England. They're from the UK somewhere. I think they actually might be English and might have been British, but it was the best baseball game I've ever seen. The guy from the Netherlands, he had a ton of questions. The kid from Iceland had no idea what was going on, but he had like a foam finger on and was waving it the whole time. And just like, is insult? I'm like, no, that's good. The other finger's the insult. And the Japanese understood everything, what was going on. I asked them if they were doing good, and they needed none of my help. But the Brits and the Dutch dude warranted a lot of explanation for how baseball works. So welcome aboard, Drown the Witch. I'm very fond of the Dutch. Everyone I've met from Netherlands has been very nice. We don't want to use our common joker. We don't want to take the common joker, so we don't want to waste our double tag. We'll just keep on keeping on. With this amount of chips, like how heavily loaded this is to the left, even just taking this pair is probably going to be something close to 800. 260. Good math. Yep. Going for doubles. We're going to see if we can't... Very limited in what we're trying to accomplish right now as far as... I'd like to get the remaining 5 jokers. I don't have the 2 vouchers. I don't have... We'll see how that works. The anaglyph deck seems to give you the most amount of chaos, right? So we'll see if we can't make something happen with that. But basically looking for the DNA Joker would be great. Right, duplicate 7 of clubs if we can come across it. Anything that generates tarot cards, because we'd like to get copies of death, that would be great. So yeah, using the double tags to get buffoon packs, or to a lesser extent, negative jokers or whatever we can. It's the theory. It's less about trying to get a high score right now and more about just trying to unlock stuff. So I don't know how exciting it'll be to watch, but that's at least the plan. Temperance, free money. Spend $3 to get 4 more. No reason not to. Ideally, we'd have death in the shop so we can control exactly what card we're going to be duplicating. But we'll open the Arcane pack. In the meantime, because you can get lucky, we don't have the 7, we don't have death, but Emperor's a good card because our 2 tarot cards will go into our stock up here. Hanged Man and Justice doesn't do us a ton of good. Chariot Star, the Empress. Hanged Man I have no interest in using right now. Yes, there is a goal of getting our deck beneath 20 cards, but we'd want to do the abandoned deck for that. I wouldn't use the anaglyph deck. It's going to be too hard to shut off 32 cards versus just whatever this is, 16 cards or the 10 cards with the abandoned deck. So we'll take the buck from him. And these don't play well together. We could try to take more diamonds and push ourselves, into a flush type scenario, versus adding additional mults. We have basically no mults, but we're gonna need that in the form of a joker. So what we'll do is we'll take our face cards, and we'll take the 5. So we'll try to start to eliminate clubs. We'll make them diamonds, and hopefully make a pattern out of this. 50 bucks right now. No. The mouth is going to be interesting. We're going to have to basically go against him with flushes and see if we can't use this slight propensity towards diamonds to our advantage. It's ever so slight, but it is there, and we do have a flush joker. All right, now what do we have? Where's our soft suit is clubs. We definitely don't want clubs. Diamonds are okay. Diamonds and spades, so spades being equal to diamonds and diamonds being slightly stronger than spades with 15 to 14. Look for diamonds. We'll take the straight when we get it, though. Yeah, no reason not to. We will... Glass card is slightly a waste. It might just break at the moment, and we don't have any jokers really generating any multiplier. So we'll just play the straight and be done with it. Let's see where it takes us. We have Constellation, which is a great card. Egg, which is almost of no value to us right this second. We'll go ahead and we'll take Spectral Pack. You never know. Talisman, Blue Seal, Gold Seal. Neither one of those is fantastic. But what we can do is at least make a gold. That's a glass. Is it a big deal? No. It is nice, though. So, gives us an additional reason to play the glass card. And if we get Hack, that'll make the 5 better, right? With the $6 remaining... We're not going to get a planet right now. It's not a mega constellation pack or anything. And he's not going to do a ton for us against the mouth. So we might be better off just taking the egg. Because one multiplier isn't going to do anything. There's no way for us to get any planets in the meantime. Not going to ignore our 4 hearts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn near a straight flush. We have to come up with another flush. We know we have more diamonds. We are slightly diamond heavy. The 3 hearts might be a trap because there's only 5 hearts remaining in the deck. So we'd have to draw 2 of them. That might be a trap. So we may be better off. We'll do this. Okay, it doesn't improve. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so these hands aren't going to score. That's fine. We only need to get 1 more flush. Kind of a waste of a hand, but this should be another 800. And it is. Okay, cool. We're all right. Nothing is broken yet. Again, neither of these is good. We'll use a reroll. And we're going heavier into the diamonds than hearts, but we need something, man. The equation is off balance. So let's try to adjust things slightly. The moon, the world, neither of us helps us. We wanted to get to diamonds, so we will just get into gold cards. All right. We'll save the $4. Gives us a total of $33 or doubles our money twice, which isn't that good either. So not going to use our double tags on either of these. We'll play through, so we want to hold on to a little bit of money because you never know what we're going to see in the shop. Hearts are good. The Matador, we're probably going to have to wind up selling him, and we will definitely sell the egg before it's all said and done. Play the flush when we have it. But we really are looking for hearts, because getting 2,000 with just these diamonds is going to be certainly a challenge. Four hearts. We'll play high card. What are you going to do? We get our 5th heart, and then hopefully that'll be enough. So we start to balance out the right side of our equation. There. It's all about the math. Fortune Teller is a phenomenal card. I think I will happily sell the egg for Fortune Teller, basically a 1-for-1 swap. We do need an X-Molt in here, so Sly Joker is probably not going to be around for long. But we need red terms here. We got blue terms. Chariot doesn't do a ton. The World does nothing, and Magician will go ahead and put them on our hearts. Gets Fortune Teller up. So we've hit like a stasis, right? Like, so we're kind of stable. We should be good with 5 hands. I don't know, if you made me guess somewhere up until 30,000 or 40,000, maybe I'd start to get concerned. So we have time to kind of evolve what we're doing here. That puts us at what? Probably ante 5. So hopefully in the next 2 antes we'll see something that's worth using the double tags on. But we should be kind of okay here, right? Ideally, you know, I could check the standard packs. Based on nothing other than personal observation, I do think that the 7 of clubs does appear in standard packs somewhat often. That's the 7 of clubs. It's a wild 7, that counts. The foil bonus Jack of Hearts is heartbreaking right now, considering. But it's less about getting a high score and more about unlocking stuff. So makes me sad to do that, but that's what we got to do. We will chase down all the hearts we can. Ignore the straight draws, both the ace to 5 and the 7 and above, or excuse me, and the ace and above. We're not going to get these hearts. Okay. So let's play. How many 3s do we have? Just save 3 3s. We threw out 1 3. So 1 in 10 chance of drawing a 3 here on 4 cards if we play that pair out. That's not going to cut it. Not even a little. We'll use our last discard and then grit our teeth. We have the straight, but it's going to bust up our flush. You know, nothing we can do but to play it. We'll hold on to the ace, so he'll be worth a little bit more. It's not like he won't ring up here as well. And then Fortune Teller's here to start helping out as well, right? It's going to be okay. There's our flush. All right, so what's a heart-like flush worth in this current economy we have? About 5,000. Okay, so 5,000, 4 hands, 20,000. But we're going to keep leveling up Fortune Teller, so we should be kind of good. I do think Matador, both him and Sly Joker are on a short timeline with us here. Let's see if we can improve flushes. We can. That's good. That's going to work in our favor. We'll open this other pack of cards. Do we have another 7 of clubs? We don't, but we'll take this glass heart. The hook makes it hard to plan ahead for your next move. It's a real pain in the ass, but there's not much we can do about it. So we can take us straight to the 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? But we might lose our glass heart. And straights aren't worth a lot for us. There's no pairs in there. There's no hearts in there. We can swap it out with this glass heart for the gold heart, at least get a little bit of a multiplier. But it's not going to be great. Halfway there. Living on a prayer. All right. We'll draw in for hearts. Missing a 10 from a straight draw with at least the jack in there. We have 2 pair. Got our flush. And that should be more than enough. Drown the Witch, when you do watch Twitch streams, what do you, or the Balatro streams, I should say, what do you usually look for? Is it people just trying to get high scores, people doing the challenges, people trying to unlock stuff, just something to distract you while you're eating lunch? What do you usually look for? What are you interested in? Again, we having a hell of a time getting red malts. Lots of chips coming through. Tons of chips. So Sly Joker, we'll definitely swap him out for Blue Chip Joker, right? Because he's going to consistently be more than 50 until we get halfway through the deck. So Sly Joker only occasionally kicks in. He'll kick in every time. Weird, I haven't had a situation where it's been this hard and no X malts have comp at all. Negative Jokers. We're going to try to get those 4 negative Jokers. Normally, we never play hands before the pillar, but I'm not going to waste my double tags before we get the negative. So we're just gonna suck it up and then hopefully get past the pillar. It might be tricky. We're going to avoid playing any heart flushes on this small blind. I don't know if we can do it, but we're gonna avoid it. So we'll try for this spade flush we have going on here. It's not going to be as good because it's not hearts, but we have to save the hearts for the pillar. Good enough. All right, so the spades are out of the window. Mary Andy is great. Anything that gets you the ability to see more cards is tremendous. And then it does play well into other jokers like Banner, right, where you get chips for having discards. At this point in time, we have so many chips going on that I think I would replace it with Mary Andy. Right, so 5 hands, 6 discards, a lot to play with to try to get the right hand, right? Downside is for, was it the, who is it, like the fish or something like that, where you lose all your discards? You know, that just hurts you then, it's sometimes worth selling, but we'll take him. And then we'll take our 4 negative jokers, if we can live that long. Maybe we live that long to see them all. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me all the hearts. All right. There's our hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we said this is worth about 5,000. Now 11,000. All right. So this drives me nuts. I guess it's not a base, because it's not a base edition, right? So smiley face. Baron, it's an X-Malt. That's great. We don't have many kings, but we'll take it. It doesn't take up any spot in our lineup up here, so it's an X-Malt. I'm not going to complain. Smiley face also doesn't make sense with king, because with smiley face you want to play kings, play face cards. Baron, you want to hold on to face cards. So for $5 we could potentially get 2 negative jokers on our reroll. Worth it to me, and we did. Shortcut is interesting. It does nothing for flushes, and 8-ball is one of the worst jokers there is. Okay. Last reroll to get our next negative joker, and delayed gratification. These are like the worst jokers we could have got. They don't do anything. They don't add any multiplier. So the benefit to delayed gratification, I should say, in fairness, with Mary Andy is we get $2 per discard if no discards are used, right? So we get $12 per round. But odds are you're going to use a discard, right? So the delayed gratification, it needs tweaked, in my opinion, right? If it's $2 per discard remaining, that makes sense, right? But as it is, like, you can't use any discards. We have 4 8s in the deck, and we have a 1 in 4 chance of it kicking through. And this helps us complete straights, but we have nothing that buffs straights. We haven't leveled up straights. So, hey, it is what it is. We'll take the planetary cards, and 3 of a kind and 4 of a kind. Doesn't really help us, but we'll take it. All right, we can get $40 if we want it. The plant, all face cards are debuffed. That's going to be great for the Baron. Nothing we can do about it. Levels up 4 of a kind, so we'll probably hold on to our double tag, and we'll just play through normally here and see what we can get into. We'll play the diamond flush, even though we're looking for hearts. We're not going to ignore it. Yes, we could have held on to the king. We'll hold on to this king, though. Had to use a discard. Nothing we can do about it. So delayed gratification doesn't kick in. We get nothing from the 8-ball, and we get nothing from shortcut. Zany Joker, no. Even though it is a red term to the equation, we're not going to be playing a lot of 3 of a kind. I'm half tempted to open the Buffoon pack, but I don't know what I would swap out of the non-negative jokers. Blue Joker, maybe? If we got something good. We just need Arcana cards, really. We just have to, I guess we just have to dump all of our efforts into Fortune Teller, look for Emperor when possible, just find ways of increasing it. Death is what a good card, is what we're looking for, but our beloved 7 of Hearts isn't here, so, or 7 of Clubs, but we can make that into a 7 of Clubs, and then we can even duplicate that. We like Hearts. What are we short on? We're short on Clubs. So now technically, right? Technically, we now have 4 7 of Clubs. 7 of Clubs, 7 of Clubs, 7 of Clubs, 7 of Clubs. If we can somehow get all of those into our hand at once, we have our 4 7 of Clubs. Do I think we're going to? I don't. But we have it. We'll hold on to that first 7 because of reasons just established. Yeah, like I said, Mary, Andy, and delayed gratification. Between the 2 of them, we're going to be... we might be selling Mary Andy before it's all said and done to get that slot open. Closer. Closer. Another 7 of Clubs. Interesting, but I don't know what we're going to do with that. We have 1 discard remaining, 5 hands to try to get to 16,000. Playing a high card isn't going to get us very far at all. We'll take 1 quick run on playing just this 8 and see if we can't trick the 8-ball into triggering. It did not. All right, 1,200 is not going to cut it. 2 7 of Clubs in our hands. We can go all in on this and just try to get those last 2 sevens of clubs. I mean, there's 2 of them, and there's 31 cards remaining. We have 5 draws to get it in, right? So we need both of them. So that's what, 1 in 31 and 1 in 30 is 1 in 61. 1 in 12. No, I think that's probably not going to happen. So, and the same thing with the king. Yeah, the king is good for the multiplier, but we just need a heart here. They gave us another king. That's very nice of them, but we got to get out of this hand alive. We tried. We played with it a little bit. Wasn't there for us. Wee Joker is always interesting. It's a little late with it being anti-8, and we don't have any additional 2s. We'll open the jumbo pack and see if we can get another 7. 7 of hearts. 6 of clubs can be made into the 7 of clubs, right, with strength, and we're going to be looking for tarot cards no matter what, so let's pretend like that's possible. All face cards debuffed. It's going to mess up the Baron for us. It's going to create a lot of issues in general. We have a club flush right here, but I'd rather chase a straight... a heart flush instead. We also have 3 of our 7s. They're gonna give us, so that's 4 7s, but one of them's a spade. And we have our heart flush as well. 4 7 of clubs. Here we go. It'll probably end this run, but this should register as 4 7 of clubs. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The 4 7 of clubs. Omedetou gozaimasu, Shinji, you have piloted the Ava. That's probably going to be, the death knell for this run, though. I don't know if we have what it takes to recover, but we'll try. Just chase the heart flush as hard as we can. High card, whatever. All right, here's our heart flush. And what's remaining here? 2 pair, the 5s and the 4s. The glass 5 is at least there to double up what we get from the 4 being played. Leaves behind 5, 7, 8. Loses our 4, so that costs us the straight. It's fine. Like, again, we unlocked. It wasn't about getting a high score. It was about unlocking, right? And we did, so 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, a wonderful heart hand. Play out the 8. It's fine. We did what we set out to do. Yep. We unlocked whatever this is going to be. 2x mult if played hand has a scoring club. And a scoring card of any other suit. So double the hand if you have a club and any other scoring suit. That seems kind of weak. So obviously it's like an anti-flush multiplier, right? So you can't use it on a flush, but only 2x. Let me see here. So what are the contemporary Jokers, ones that are similar to him? Where are they at? Not you guys. All right. So okay. So the duo does that. You get 2x if it contains a pair. So these are what? 2x, 3x, 4x, 3x, 2x for the flush. So hypothetically, right? So you eliminate flushes, right? So what would you play that might have a club that might not have another card? Okay, well, a pair. Well, the duo does that. That's 2x. So 2x versus 2x, right? Okay. You could argue that that one we just saw will work on anything. But how often are you going to be playing a pair? So then you have the trio, which is 3x, and then the family, which is 4x, and then the straight, which is 3x as well. I don't know. I don't think that... I don't think that's a very good joker. Just in my head, I'd be interested in learning a little bit more about a strategy to see how that would work. But yeah, okay. So that was relatively easy. 100 million chips. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do that, right? Wouldn't that be fun? It's been a challenge to get to that. So at least I'll mark down that we did it. Deck under 20, buy 20 playing cards. We'll probably do either of those. So if we want to try to get under 20, then the abandoned deck is the way to go. Double tag for double uncommon joker. I think trading card is going to be the one that's going to help us the most, if possible. And I think trading card is an uncommon joker. I don't think it's a rare joker, so we'll take that. Get to the club. Clubs are debuffed, but we're going to try and play flushes anyways, because that's what you do on the first boss. Hold on to the pair and see what improves. Full house we'll play, right? That's a good hand, even if it's just mostly twos. Spades, obviously. Clubs, obviously. And then we have equal amounts of hearts and diamonds, so we're a little bit more heavily tilted in the heart favor, so off go the diamonds. And come the hearts. Last this card, take the flush, and then we'll try to make what we can out of the last hand. Oh, hey, spade flush, great. We don't have to do anything. It'll just come to us naturally. It's almost like we planned it, but we didn't. All right, vampire. Yeah, I mean, it's free. We'll take them. Gift card. Gift card, eh? I mean, it costs nothing. Ideally, we'd have something to sell, right, to really make that worthwhile. Let's open a buffoon pack and see what we get into here. Abstract Joker, I guess. We don't play hands before the pillar, so get $25 and we're going to make a Celestial pack. It is fairly typical to just go Jupiter, right? And then while we're at it, trips. All right, chase down the diamond flush. And even if Abstract Joker is okay, it's not phenomenal. Under normal circumstances, it just winds up being a 15x, right? Like or plus 15. So it's nothing terrible. Not many diamonds, not many clubs, hearts and spades, hearts and spades. We will play the full house though, as I just noticed that. So increasing his sell value is a pretty good idea. The duo, if it contains a pair, sure, we'll do that. And we'll go ahead and also take reroll Judgment. $3, we'll take whatever joker we can get, and trips. All right, so trips contains a pair, so at least it's something. We do have to start finding stuff to feed to the vampire. So what do we got? Take the 5. And in this case, take the ace. All right. Polychrome would be great. Again, because we'd probably sell one of these jokers anyways. Holographic Polychrome, diamonds already buffed. Sure, we'll take both. And see how we can improve our situation. So we do have the straight. And then we'll leave a couple clubs behind. Our trip 6s. One of them's debuffed though. But it'll make both Zany Joker and the duo happy. And we'll also play out, I guess, the ace with it. Because it's at least debuffed. Let's see what we get into. Polychrome Chaos the Clown. None of this is helping us get a smaller deck, by the way. Which is unfortunate, but we can't necessarily control that. I don't know why he wasn't holographic as well. I guess you can't be holographic in Polychrome, that's why. Random Joker, Wheel of Fortune, Joker. So create a random Joker, create a random Joker, or add Polychrome to a random Joker. Nothing here that we desperately want to sell. I mean, the duo is okay, but it's not doing a ton for us. He'll be worth a little bit more money, so we'll take Wheel of Fortune, see if anyone... Okay, great. Gift card with some chips on it. So now we got blue term, we got red term, we got X malt. In theory, that's a stable arrangement. Alright. Level up our flushes. We'll take our free reroll. There's no reason not to. We'll level up a pair because it's there. Playing pairs. $25 foil. We're already holding on to a foil. And spades are debuffed. We'll play through everything here just to get gift card to, in theory, increase the value of everything. We'll chase that club flush. We're not going to get it, but we'll get those trips. Throw out the non-clubs while we're at it. Good enough. So now we have... So now you have the holographic vampire for nothing versus Chaos the Clown. So that probably is better. The game really wants us to have vampire at the moment. It seems like it's doing it on purpose. So fine. There. He wasn't leveled up at all to begin with, so now he's a slightly better version because he's at least going to be an X mult and a plus mult. So those will play well together. Yeah. Getting a little bit of an improvement here. See if we can get some cards to feed to him. Strength isn't going to help us. Judgment is going to help us. Star isn't really going to help us a lot either, truthfully. But we will steal hearts and I guess a spade. You go ahead and make them diamonds. So now we're a little bit tilted towards clubs and diamonds. Just gotta remember, clubs and diamonds. Level up a pair or trips or anything like that. Trips. Next round. Free foil. Maybe. Again, the duo isn't amazing. That's what we have. So clubs and diamonds are stronger. Damn near a straight flush, but it's not. So we got a pair. And we have our flush. We gotta break up our pair to get to it though, but it'll be fine. Have to get ways to buff up Vampire though. That is going to be incredibly necessary. Spectral Pack could wind up giving us enhanced cards. Enhanced aces at a negative joker for 1 hand size. Probably not. We'll take the enhanced aces. Get whatever enhanced cards we can. The queen is steel, that's enhanced. All spades are debuffed. So, ironically enough, one time we would have a spade to play, and it's debuffed. So we'll hunt down a trips, look for a full house if possible. We'll play these out just to feed the Vampire. I thought the 5 would feed him. It's played. Yeah, when played. Oh, scored. When scoring card is played. You would get technical about it, I guess. I thought it was whenever it was played, not just when it scored. Faceless Joker, no. Magic Hat, yes, because we want to buy playing cards. That is part of our stated effort. 4 of a kind should be 3 of a kind and a pair, so. Full house should be 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind, and it's easier to get than 4 of a kind. Gold card will help us defeat the Vampire. We'll worry about what we're going to do about the eye here in a minute. Any one of these could be gold, it doesn't matter, because all of these are going to the Vampire. Here you go. Great. A little bit of improvement. Little improvement. Marginal. Incremental. Ever so slightly. The moon doesn't help us at all. Spectral Pack might. Immolate, no. No. Actually, like, none of these are great. Immolate will help us get down to 20 cards, but we already started adding cards. We've gone in the opposite direction. So, we'll take it. But we're serving, like, 2 masters at this point in time, and that like, never works, right? We're going to be buying cards to try to get to 20 playing cards. So, we know that's not good. All right, this is one we got to unlock. We will offload the duo. Thank you so much, because this is another 2x. This is Seeing Double. 2x if the hand is scoring has a club and any other suit. And we are slightly stronger in clubs, so let's see how that works. But we've unlocked it, so we did what we said we'd do. Can't be flushes, so full houses. It favors full houses, I suppose. Plus 3 hand size. Might not be a bad idea to make sure we get the full house. It might not be a bad plan. Alright, so let's get a full house here. 9s, and what do we have? What are we short on? We have plenty of 9s, right? We have 6 aces, so we've gone out of our way to get additional aces. Even though we're only showing 1 in the hand. So I guess aces and 7, 8, 10. 3 9s and 2 6s. Let's see if we can't get more aces. Especially considering that's a ace, even though it'll delete the mult. 9s and 7s. We don't need the 6s. Didn't get any of the aces. So 9s and 7s it is. Is it good enough, though? Has a club, right? Is it good enough? It is. But not by a lot. Just sort of barely. we might want to consider getting rid of gift card, especially if Swashbuckler is here now. So none of these are really generating chips. It's the only one that's generating chips. So we can get rid of Abstract Joker, keep gift cards. It's going to keep increasing the value of them, which is going to work good for Swashbuckler, who is more than 14 right now. Here you go. All right. Stable. Defeat to the vampire. We need to find more cards to buy. That's the problem. If there is a problem to be had. We'll just play this queen out by itself. Give it to the vampire. It's worth 3,000, right? Full house. It has a club and stuff that aren't clubs. What is that worth? 30,000. Let's keep. Buy that 8. Next round. Reroll start at 0. No, we'd rather play. Alright. So we know we have a bunch of aces, even if we're not seeing them a ton. It is something that we have. Player full house, feed the vampire. Goes from 36 to 40. All right. Every turn he's going to go up by 4 as long as we don't sell anything. And I don't necessarily see us selling anything. Buy a playing card. Where does that put us at? Is that actively counting up as we're doing this? $17. Okay, that is counting up. So we have to buy 3 more playing cards. I don't see any. Satellite Bootstrap next round. So the Serpent will do our normal manipulation. What are we short on? We aren't really. We're short on 4, so that 4 will get discarded. 6, 9, 10. We're short on 10, so the 4 and 10 will get discarded. Start with 4. Move on to the 10. Where does that put us now? How are 5s? We have 5s. We have 6s. We have 7s. We have a bunch of 8s. We have 1 queen. We have a bunch of aces. So we're better off keeping the 8s than the 7s. So let's card the 7. And where does that put us at? We have a flush, or we have our full house with 6s and, well, we have aces and what else? I'm trying to keep the 3 behind. So we'll start with the aces and the 3s. So you have your 2s and your 6s. We don't even need it. Turns out we don't even need it. More playing cards would be great. I don't think the standard pack counts as playing cards. I don't think we can. That doesn't work for us. 4 of a kind by 3 levels. Doing full houses more than anything. Ideally, we'd hold on to that 8. We can get a different 8. We could not get a different 8. All right. It is what it is. Buy the card. 2 more of those to go. Mega Arcana. We'll hold on to the money. Straight flush by 3 levels. Nope. Hunting down full houses is going to be a real problem, though. not really a long-term solution to anything. Get another 6. Take it. 9s, 6s. We got the 8 left behind to help us level up full houses. What more could we ask for? Buy. Arcana pack, because we do have to keep feeding the vampire. None of these, well, I shouldn't say none of these. We can actually get those to help. The higher fit will help. Reroll, maybe get another. We'll take the full. Alright. Lose $1 per card played. There's nothing we can do about that. We have not many 4s, so the 4 goes away. We have a ton of 8s. So everything other than the 8s. The queen, hold on to the 8. Go away. 2s, 6s, 5s, 10s. Go away. There's our 8. There's our quads if we wanted them, but hey, we're not gonna. Make sure that we highlight and tag a club, so a club gets put into the play. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 cards fed to the vampire. Almost 70,000. We're close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Down to the whole $10, but what are you gonna do? All right, can't afford anything. Crimson Heart, one random Joker disabled every hand. Player full house. What are things worth these days? 15, 18, 11, 16. So in theory, if we wanted to sell them, we could, but we're not gonna. Play the hand. We don't need another Joker. We need another full house. Feed the vampire. Good morning, Jed Levy. How are you? You've missed a few things. We have played 4-7 of clubs, and then we have unlocked the associated Joker with that. We're also 1 playing card away from getting 20 playing cards. If we can find it. I think we need 1 more. Confirmed. 1 more playing card purchased and we'll unlock the voucher. Whether we can buy it or not, it's going to be its own story, but we shall see. Don't have enough for another reroll. Joker we unlocked is Seeing Double, which I'm not sure about. It seems like kind of a right? Double multiplier if the hand has a club and any other suit. So basically not flushes. So if it's a club but it's not a flush, you get double. But there's other, like, you know. So basically I'm treating it as a full house Joker and just hoping like hell I got a club to put in there. With 3 of one card though, odds are one of them's gonna be a club, right? It's hard not to get the club in there. So disable that multiplier. We have a ton of aces, right? 6 aces, so we're not gonna throw out our aces. We don't have many 4s, we know that. We'll throw out both those 4s. Well, it's a match set. We might be better off just chasing a 3rd ace. That might be a wiser thing to do. Straights aren't worth a ton. If we get that in there, we have full house leveled up. We haven't leveled up straights at all. So yeah, I think we're better off going like this and then saying, okay, we will. Everything else, there's basically 3 of them that we could draw from and just throw them all out and then hopefully we get an ace, right? Because we do have 6 more aces to go. We have a bunch of 8s, don't we? We also have a bunch of 8s. There's our ace. Ace, ace, ace. 4, 4. It'll feed the joker. It's not going to do the doubler, so it's not going to be enormous. But it'll be okay. Halfway there. And now we're disabling the zany joker, which is fine. Not the end of the world. No 3s left. Not many 5s left. Basically 8s and aces are what we have a lot of, and 9s. No, and few 10s to speak of. Alright, full house, or even our quads if we wanted it, but... And there's a club included, so we're good. Let's see what that's worth. That's going to hurt. We kind of rely on him a little bit, but 64 and then double, it's not nothing. There we go. Yay, omedetou gozaimasu, we cleared. This is not a good alignment of cards, like, at all. This is brutal. But here we go. Yep, here we go. Where's my where's that shit at? Okay, maybe it'll be after the run is over it'll do it. I was half expecting something. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting something. We'll take the paintbrush. All right. Free Mega Standard pack would help us feed the vampire, so okay, we'll take it. You and I'm pretty sure he eats stone cards. Pretty sure he eats stones. Let's find out. Do you want this? Yes, you do. All right, cool. Didn't have a club in it, so seeing double didn't trigger. Oh well. Aces, sixes, tens, twos, fours. Get rid of the 4. Yeah, we'll do this. How are we on 10s again? 2 10s. All right. Slight improvement. You can have that. I don't think we're gonna make it that far in this anyway. We're not gonna get 160,000 anyways. It doesn't matter. We got our full house. Everything's all here. I don't think this is worth 90,000, but oh, just barely. But that'll probably be it. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get much further on this one. We'll buy this card just in case it has to be more than 20. It doesn't seem like it cares. And then we'll just go through this really quickly here. Kind of go through the motions. 10, 9. We'll play the straight. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Wait. Oh, right. King, not queen. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're not going to get 220,000. It's perfectly fine. Play our full house. Play our straight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And then end up with give us the thing. Give us the thing. Congratulations. Give us the thing. Show us. Hey, there it is. Voucher unlocked. Great. Alright, now discover. Playing cards in the shop may have an enhancement, an addition, or a seal. Okay. So where that puts us at is we'll update our records. We are now at Joker 146 of 150. And that was where is he? Oh, here. Seeing double. Again, I'll be honest. I think of like questionable utility. But that's just how I feel. We bought 20 playing cards. I thought that was like in a single run, but I guess it isn't. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So deck under 20 cards, get 100 million in one hand. I'd love to do that. Have 5 vouchers before 4. That's also going to be an interesting one. That's another one I feel like it maybe has to be the anaglyph tag, because that might be the only way you can get that much money that fast, right? It would have to be something like you're using the duplicate on something like get $25 for beating the boss, and then you get use a duplicate on add a voucher to the store. You'd have to be something like that. That's got to be slightly tricky. Not impossible, certainly not easy. So that's where we're headed towards. We're unlocking stuff at the rate where it's just basically like, okay, unlock this voucher. So what we can do here is, let's play with the plasma deck, right? Because sometimes the plasma deck could be good for 100 million. It makes that possible. And then while we're at it, we'll see if we can't unlock those vouchers or whatever, right? We'll play through with the plasma deck just so we haven't done that in a minute and see how we can affect things. With the plasma deck, the X multipliers become big. The chip multipliers, like chip cards, become enormous. Because it tends to be, you get a lot more chips, like a lot more on the blue term than you do on the red term, right? Like a typical red Joker, right? Something like Gros Michel, right, is what? It's like 15 plus 15. Whereas, let's say blue chip Joker is like plus 108 to start. And they all get evened out, so you're usually much better off tracking those down. And things like Hiker, right, add a ton of value. Wii Joker adds a ton of value. So anything that does chips. So most of the chip ones I want to say are common or rare. Adding a voucher is somewhat useful. But we'll look for uncommon and rare. Freehand size, double tag. Polychrome voucher. Sure. Let's see what we can get into here. Alright. We'll still play our traditional logic even though it's the plasma deck and things are out the window with the plasma deck. Alright, one flush clears it, whereas normally you need two. But they're going to level up they're going to ramp up at a furious rate here. We'll take the Polychrome, even though Chaos the Clown is not awesome for us. We'll buy a voucher and see if we can't keep our eyes peeled on a voucher run while we're at it. Hopefully that's not the one that was in there by default. We'll find out. +3 uncommon. No, we'll play the +3 and we'll skip for the uncommon though. Alright. 3, 4. Find the spade flush. Trips. Get the spade flush? Nope. We'll play the trips. Whatever. And now we got our spade flush. That should be more than enough. So chip jokers are our friend. Chip jokers. Seeing double is not our friend at the moment. We'll take our free reroll. Blue joker is huge. I know Brainstorm's right here, but we can't afford him as well. But that's big. That's big. And now we really want to inflate our deck heavily. Brainstorm, hopefully we'll see you again. Right, we just can't afford you right now. And doubling up Chaos the Clown doesn't do a lot for us. We'll try to get these clubs. The discards are chipping away at him, so I don't like the discards, but damn near a straight flush. But let's see what this is worth now. Yep, 6,000, just like that. Showman. No. We'll take Hone though. So that puts us at 2 at 3. Doubles our money, does us no good. So we're not going to be able to... we're not going to be able to, I think, do the voucher thing. So we'll start ignoring vouchers. Pair of kings. Or the third king. Just automatically looking for flushes. Because it's going to be enough. Photograph plus 50 chips is a big deal. But it doesn't matter, we can't use it. But plus 50 chips is a big deal with the plasma deck. The diamond malt will take it, although it's just not as big a deal, right? So again, think about it from this perspective. This is going to add 15 numbers. This adds 104. It's a tenth of the power of it. It's not even close. All right, so at his maximum strength, what do we get here from? About 8,000. They weren't even diamonds. Negative 8. Who's giving us these cards? Adding cards to the deck helps the Joker out. Right, it helps Blue Joker, makes him a little bit more powerful. Clubs are debuffed, and so we catch a shitload of clubs. But guess what? Watch this shit. Still worth 4,000. Burning through the discards to get the diamonds is not a good idea because it's lowering the amount of chips we're getting. And again, in exchange for not a lot of red terms. So it's like it's dicey. 30 chips for each remaining discard is good. We do want that. We do want to open a pack and get whatever we can, I guess. 54, right? He's at 108. Mega Buffoon pack. I think we will take it because Greedy Joker's not doing anything. We have at least 2 spots open. All right, so what do we get to their chip like? Plus 10, plus 100 for 3 of a kinds. So yeah, we will take the plus 100 for 3 of a kind. And maybe aces. We just have the normal alignment of aces, right? I'll take the fist. It might have been better to take Scholar. I'm not gonna lie. It actually might be better, but we'll still stick with what we got. Okay, so now we're desperately looking for trips whenever possible. We'll save our discards. We'll play this out as high card, right? Because we're still going to get stuff for this. It's not going to be worth nothing. All right, 12,000. Play the 2 and the 3s. 12,000. Again, just getting the chips. Right, this is nice. This 90 is pretty big. Ignore. Yeah. Yeah, and just playing the flush is probably a good idea as well, but basically trips, it's going to be so huge. It really is. This alone is like basically 2,500 to the score. We want stuff that's going to trigger multiple cards. Is going to be maybe what we want. Something that's going to increase the number of discards we have would be good. Castle. Yeah. Castle. But Castle, though. Mime is also... Alright. We're halfway through. Castle... But we have to use discards, which takes from banner, but at least temporarily. right? On a long term, these will play together. Yeah. And discards make you reduce a castle.
Take it. It doesn't, but the thing is, we only need it. So basically, with the plasma deck, it makes the red and blue the same. So if we get this up to 15 chips, it's better than the it'd be 26 chips. It's better than the fist, and we might have to use this card. So I might regret it, but let's find out if I do. We'll just play pairs. We gotta get 20,000, and we've gotten burned on the mouth before. So let's just play pair. 11,000, right? Here's our trips. We can't play it anyways, but we'll play a pair. And we're fine. Everything's okay. Now that we're out of here, let's see if we can't discard a little bit and make him worthwhile. Paintbrush will be good for us right now. Trips. Leveling up trips is a good idea. Mega Standard Pack is a great idea. We want to add cards to the hand. I don't know. Nines. I think we can do 44,000. So what, we have a good number of 9s starting, so we'll keep our 9s going. And we have 5s, 4s. So this ace is tempting, but we'll go ahead and grab this 4. Alright. Diamonds are debuffed, but we'll still play these trips. Full house. What wants me to discard a spade? So let's prime him a little bit. Get him just a little bit. Full house is worth what? Yeah, I left the steel behind. I did. I'd rather get the 4. If we're going to try to get trips, I'd rather get my 6th 4 than my 5th ace. I usually love steel cards, right? I normally go after them ravenously, but I think that that's the right thing to do in this situation. Okay. Let's go ahead. We know that a pair is pretty good if we don't burn through our discards. And just play out pairs like this. And there we go. Rather have been 3 of a kind than a pair, but we can't control that. Oh, I did forget my free reroll with Chaos the Clown. Yeah, I should do that up front, like first thing. Zany Joker, nope. Not over the chips. Not over the chips. Standard pack, though, absolutely. 4. We don't have additional 7s, do us? No. 4. Give us that 4. And then maybe open the Arcana pack just for the hell of it. 4, and what else did we have a lot of? I say 9s. 4 and 9. Foil. Foil could be good, but I don't know who we'd swap it out for. Maybe Castle. Just depends on what it is. The 4s and the 9s play good. Let's go ahead and keep our discards. I don't know if we can. We might have to use those. Four and 9. So even though we're breaking up a straight here, that's fine. 4 the 9. There's our 9. Okay, cool. So full house. Kings over 9s. Also have the 4s left. Plenty of cards remaining. Got an additional 9. We will play the flush in this circumstance. Because I don't think we need that much to get out of here. And I'd rather keep the discard. Yep. Lucky guess. Photograph. 50 chips is worth more than 3 chips. That's just math. We haven't got that many aces. All right, Spectral Pack. Let's see if we can add cards to the deck. Ankh. No. Yes. Adds 3 advanced. It basically gives us 2 additional cards, right? So 2 more cards to the good. Gets him up to 122. All right. So we will play just the trips by itself. Must play 5 cards, but we'll play the trips at 8 and 9. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but thanks for pointing that out. That makes me a little bit sad. We'll play the straight. Hold on to the trips. Because we know we got a bunch of aces. Hopefully catch a full house. Save our discard. All right. 3,200. 32,000, excuse me. Full house. Aces over. Photographs really gonna only do stuff whenever, you know, you have a face card. Celestial Pack. Take it. Full house, absolutely. Free reroll. Neither of those is anything we want. What's up next here as far as the negative joker we'll definitely take. Holographic will play. To get 100,000. We should be able to get 100,000. We just gotta make sure we get some face cards here. All right, so we don't have that many 7s. We do have some 5s coming, so we'll hold on to the 5. The 10s we already have 2 of. There's a bunch of jacks remaining. And a ton of kings to complete a straight. So I don't want to use a discard. So that 30 chips is fairly big. So we'll just go ahead and we'll play the high card. Alright. So now we got our straight. But ideally we would have trips instead. It's going to break up our 10. Don't want to. Technically, in a full house, you just got the trips over pair, not high road. True. That is also true. Ace 10, Queen, Jack 10. We'll just play it. I don't like doing it, but we'll do it. If we don't get the full house, though, I don't know that we're going to clear this. So we're heavy into 4s and we're heavy into 9s. Relatively heavy into 9s. So let's just go ahead and throw out the 2, throw out the 6, throw out the 7. I don't want to burn these discards, but we don't have a lot of a choice. Throw out the 10. All right, we got our full house. 4s over 9s. And hopefully this will be enough. All right, we're fine though. Nothing is over. I think we want to hold on to the discard, even just to play the regular trips, even though it's not a full house. I still think we want to do that to get the 30 chips from Banner. 100 chips, 64 chips. Let's see. This should be 20, maybe? Will it? 30. Okay, good. What's our negative joker? Please be something that gives us chips. Baron is not a great card there, but we'll take it. Free reroll. Death could be useful. Devil, not as much. Give us a mega standard pack of cards. And what do we got? 4s? Right? 4s are good. 6, 8, 7. 6s are normal. 7s are normal. 8s are normal. Queens are normal. But a queen can become a king if we play our cards right. So we'll take her. Speaking of which, can we get strength? We did not. Temperance, though. Free money. Free money is sometimes a good idea. $20. Sure. Next round. All right, -1 hand size, but we can easily make a 3rd card, right? With that, we'll hold on to this 9. We're highly likely to copy him. I would like our 2nd set to be a face card so that he's going to do at least a little something. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll discard the 2, the 8, the 6, and the jack. Okay, so we have 2 9s. We now have 3 9s, and we have the 4s. We're probably better off holding on to the discard. The discard. Copy this 9 with this 3. Full house, trips, 102 chips. We don't have a king. And then throwing away a discard to get it is probably not worth it. So, what do we got? 70,000. Okay, nothing is over. We now have a king. That'll be useful for us. Hurts blue Joker. But we're still in it here. Just high card with the 50 chips. Nope. I thought that would work. We need 50,000 in 2 hands to do it in. We'd rather not use. Well. Photograph, it doubles it, but that 5 added 50 chips, right? So adding chips is better at the moment. What do we have here? 2 10s, some jacks, a bunch of kings, right? All right, let's do this. And let's hope like hell we draw a bunch of kings. All right. Let's see if this affects the outcome now. Here we go. Would have rather had the 3 of a kind, but nope. It's no bueno. 30 chips from our last one. We might be able to get 100, so we'll throw it out. Try to chase down a 9. Not that I think we're going to get it, but we'll be swapping 30 chips for 100 chips if we can get a 9. We got a 9. Sweet. All right, 30 chips for 100 chips. It's an improvement. We got 3 kings. That could be worth 30,000. It's not. It's all right. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. But on the plus side, you know, we've made tremendous strides. We have all of the vouchers unlocked. We just have to actually purchase them. So there's going to be runs where we're just going in and buying vouchers and shit just to try to get something new. This should be the last legendary Joker, right? There's nothing we can do to get him to come up. We can't force him to appear. We just have to keep opening packs of cards until we get the Soul Crystal and then hope that it's that 20% chance of hitting the one we don't have. So all we can really control at this juncture is opening soul packs and getting 100 million chips. Yeah, he's the white one. We've seen him in challenge runs. I'm not above looking it up in the wiki because it's not spoiling anything for me. We've had him. It just doesn't count if you get him in a challenge run. So that one it's the white one. I know it. His name is Canio. Gains X mult when a face card is destroyed. Yeah, we've gotten him though. It's just it didn't count. So we got him, and then we have. I know it's Stuntman because I just heard people say Stuntman before, and I know it's the one we don't have. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Part of the reason why I haven't been doing the challenges as much is because when I found out it doesn't count for unlocking stuff, I kind of want to unlock stuff. Maybe more so than I want to run the challenges, but I don't know. But yeah, it was a good run today. Like, shit happened. We improved. So, it wasn't like super exciting, but yeah, we got some new stuff. All right, so that takes us to about where I was going to stop. I said I'd play for about an hour and a half, and we've done that, and then some. You know, hey, not a big deal. All right, so we'll start to wrap up. So Jed, thank you for chatting as always. Drown the Witch, also thank you for chatting and subscribing. I do appreciate that. To anyone who's watching, I'd like to thank you for watching. It means a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. And anyone who wasn't watching, I'd also like to thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me as well. I hope everyone has a good day. Peace out and deuces.